Alrighty. Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. You are all unmuted. My name's Obsidia and I'm the DM of this wonderful campaign, Nexus, Forlorn Legacy. As is tradition, we're going to do round the table introductions before a brief session recap and we jump right back into the action. So first off, we got B.
Hello everyone. My name is Beatrix Bunny. I'm a taxidermy jackalope VTuber brought to life by love and slightly mad science. I usually do variety streams focused on roguelikes, digital artwork, and RPGs, so hey, if those interest you, swing it by sometime if you want. I also run a game using the setting and the system for Deadlands, so if you like the sound of 19th century alt history, Wild West horror, then check it out sometime. We have as one of our players Obsidia, who does a fantastic inbred occultist who's definitely not making an enemy of a huge number of black people of New Orleans.
You gotta give the context. You can't phrase it that way.
Look, if you want the context, just swing by this Thursday at 7:30, at 6:30 EST.
She's not racist. They're racist to her. She's just a curious little white woman.
But here I am playing Feng-chen Wong, the hobgoblin artificer, the party's primary healer. And hopefully some of that healing will rub off on me because your girl may have to leave suddenly for tummy troubles. I'm sorry in advance, chat.
Thank you, V. Next up we have Meris.
Yes, hello! I'm Meris Aurum. I am a Celestial Dragon VTuber. I specialize in storytelling and book reading streams where we talk about all things books and literature and media literacy. I also run my own D&D homebrew campaign on the side called The Trial of Hearts. It is an ode to all things romantic fantasy, so if you like a dash of romance and political intrigue, homies smooching homies, and now recent development, a smattering of regicide, definitely stop on by and check that out too. But while I am here, all brain cells promptly get chucked into the bin because I play Soleil, the party's hot pink fey tiefling himbo werewolf, who uses other weapons now. This is a new development.
Let's go!
We'll see if that trend continues. Probably not, because I got that dog in me, so.
Thank you, Meris. Next up, we have Sif.
That's me. Hi, I'm Sif _ VTuber, living suit of armor. I play games, I do art. I've been streaming Mega Man Star Force recently. I've been a bunch of D&D games. We'll get back to running mine once my life is more in order. And I'm back again as Nafisa, little Drake Warden girl with stone dragon dog. Don't think about it. And I'm very happy to be back and not dying and not killing, not yet. You almost got me last session. You almost did, but not this time. I love you guys.
Foiled again. Thankfully, I made up with it for other people. Speaking of other people, Lily, last but not least.
You know, it's not killing if your shadow fiend does it, right? Anyways,
Totally.
Hello everyone, my name is Lily. I'm an artist that draws a lot of D&D stuff. I also run my very own campaign, Mistwalker Spectrum of Eternity, which is I keep calling it post-apocalyptic, but even that's like kind of just like, I don't know how to describe it when that's not a spoiler, so that's the closest thing you're going to get. Filled with
correct.
It's technically correct. And even that is a little bit of a spoiler, but we'll get into it. We're only 20 episodes in. But yes, as for tonight, I'm playing Aurora, who is, doing her very best right now.
Absolutely, our lovely little sheep girl wizard. But yes, thank you everyone. Previously on Nexus Forlorn Legacy, our heroes started their day and decided to launch their big attack, making big plays, high risk, high reward, as they took the offensive against the rival crime organization in the city of Signavista, the Midnight Marauders, a coalition of bandits, ex-soldiers, led by the charismatic and nefarious Colonel Vasquez, a Jaguar man tabaxi with a devious past. They decided to attack his strongest point with his best forces first. They rallied some of the Shrouded Assemblymen, which are the criminal organization that they're affiliated with, and proceeded to head to the area of the city of Signavista known as Rotgard Island, which was formerly the main transit hub of river traffic in the city, as well as the primary power point of the other criminal organization, the Circle of Thorns, which was wiped out by the Midnight Marauders earlier in the adventure. On their way there, they met up with turns out, an ally that Nafisa made when she decided to show mercy and help a dying lycanthrope by the name of Mishka, and escort her safely back to safe territory. And she has decided to join the party to help them liberate her former land, as she was a member of the Circle of Thorns. As well as, of course, everyone's favorite knight errant, the Dragon Lunas, everyone's favorite little silly paladin man. And they proceeded to launch their attack. They did get the element of surprise and absolutely obliterated somebody at the start of combat. Unfortunately, the reaction times of the bad guys proved to be very quick, and it became a grueling battle with much destruction, artillery barrages dropping, submachine guns going off, specially made ammunition to penetrate all the special resistances and defenses of our heroes. But they slowly but surely managed to wade through them, mostly non-lethally. However, our boy Soleil had unlocked a new ability after embracing the wild hunt called Rabid Dog, which made him go berserk extra easy. And so he did, and proceeded to absolutely eviscerate several of the marauders before he was finally gunned down. As the party was wading through, and Aurora became threatened by some of the assaulting veterans, Nethris materialized in this twisted, shadowy, vaguely demonic avian figure, which proceeded to rip apart and eat the souls of one of the soldiers to defend her. They also had, as they were finally beginning to push aside the last remnants, the Aurora was able to revive Soleil, who, seeing that he would have probably torn her to pieces had he still been in his wolf form, he decided to, for the first time this campaign, draw his swords, including his father's sword, and marched forward and slashed into one of the guards, and it was enough to break the will of the remaining soldiers, and they proceeded to surrender. Not a moment too soon, as a giant mech suit was about to come out to fuck them up. And that is where we will resume. Our heroes are, after the battle, they've got the various surrendered soldiers around them. The assemblymen are looting stuff, and you find yourselves on Brokard Island. What do you guys do?
Is everyone okay?
Doing all right here.
As good as can be expected.
Soleil is just holding his tender ribs, gives a thumbs up.
Definitely, let's take a second to catch your breath. Oh, God. Wasn't exactly expecting them to use artillery, but, I guess that's the kind of shit we're dealing with.
Well, it is one less thing to worry about for the next one, hopefully.
Yeah, that was I mean, if they were the only ones that artillery, it's all straightforward from here, right? Right?
Hopefully.
Certainly hope so.
What should we do with the people here who surrendered? I mean, is are Laszlo's men taking them? She'll look a little worried.
I would
Well, someone's got to
Defer.
keep an eye on them.
I would defer to Aurora in this matter, as she seemed the one most invested
Oh,
in this particular endeavor.
I mean, we can't rightfully let them just regroup. That would probably make our efforts completely worthless. So,
Agreed, says Ludus, as he rematerializes Shining Star, his massive spear in his hand.
I don't necessarily mean that we should kill them all, but at least,
I guess, I mean,
at
they're
least-
disarmed. We could have some of Laszlo's men take them back to the Song, maybe? No, maybe not the Song, maybe,
To be honest, I don't know if any place is safe for prisoners right now.
It's not exactly a functional penal system, is there?
I wish this town had guards.
I think you're looking at them.
Hmm.
I mean, Laszlo didn't kill everybody we sent back to him. Just the ones to prove a point.
I feel like this would be a pretty good point to prove right here for him.
I mean...
I think we can at least ask the Shrouded Assembly folks here to
watch them?
At least watch them.
All right.
We're not going to be able to maintain this territory ourselves. That's simple as that.
The territory this was once the
Thorns.
Yes, the
Mist
Vanyaskans. It would certainly make sense at the very least to put in some degree of authority here.
There may not be much of the Circle of Thorns left, it seems, but it is their home.
Okay, to keep it simply, some of Laszlo's men will stay here and watch them, because even if they did take him back, it wouldn't work, because Laszlo and his men are getting ready for the assault on the bridges, right? For after we take care of the people there, right?
I mean, I hope so.
I hope he has faith in us. I hope he doesn't think we all died here.
He probably at least thinks a few of us died here.
I was about to say, not all of us anyway, but you know.
Yeah.
He can help.
If I had to guess, I mean, Laszlo wants this place. He's not just gonna, he knows how to use leverage, right? Soleil, right?
Okay, if we're talking about who gets what, we can handle all that, politics
maybe later, yeah.
There. Sorry, my mind's going a mile a minute.
No, you're good. There's a lot to be worried about. But right now we need to stay stupid and beat up bad guys.
Stay stupid?
Yeah, that's what I do. Anyways, is there anything we need to take care of, or should we start heading down to the bridges?
Well, I would not be opposed to seeing if there's anything that we might make use of in the barracks here.
I mean, I think we at least need an hour to get back on our feet.
Right. Nick should be back sometime soon. I'm just going to. You can look through the record through the whatever they left. I'm gonna go check on Mishka.
Speaking
Good
of
idea.
that, you hear a deep, soul-wrenching wail coming from deeper into the island.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Nick will
Shit.
catch Nafisa and they'll go to Mishka.
Do all of you go? Just Nafisa?
Aurora would go too.
Like, I think we should go. At the same time, it also feels like one of those situations where she only really has the rapport and connection with just Nafisa, so it feels kind of like that awkward moment of, well, this is clearly bad for you. Sorry about that, I guess.
Alright. So,
Okay, so-
Nafisa's going, Aurora's going. Soleil, do you want to go?
Yeah, we can go.
Okay.
Yeah, she's like your cyber shifter from another class or whatever.
Right.
So
That's how it works. We all shifters know each other, right?
Wow.
she's not a shifter though.
Well, I mean like shifting, like how like Soleil shifts.
She's
and
a
how...
real lycanthrope.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Soleil. Your blood hunter shifting doesn't count, dog. I'm sorry.
No.
Should Luna stay with Feng then? Just in
Sure.
case.
Ludus can stay
Yeah.
with Feng and loot
Yeah,
stuff. So the three of you head deeper in, and you see that there, throughout the various buildings that are here, you see that like one area has very much been kind of converted into probably like a impromptu like medical facility, not like medical, but like a first aid tent kind of thing, and for like triage surgery and stuff. And there's a couple people, probably some marauders who are still in sick beds or whatever for when they took this place. But you also see outside of it, there is basically Mishka standing over. You see that there's a big tarp with a whole bunch of objects on it, and you just hear that that like yowling, almost feline sound coming from her as she looks at it.
Are they all like Vanyaskan parts?
As you approach, you see that there's two piles. One of them is a series of heavily disfigured humanoid bodies with various parts of them missing. And then the other part is just various Vanyaskan cybernetics that have been extracted. And I will have Nafisa make a knowledge history roll, since she's one of the only people that might know this.
Got it.
Since Feng isn't there to give you guys the auto success.
This is a 16.
Okay. So yeah, it looks like there is just a pile of various Vanyaskan cybernetics. You notice, you've chatted with Feng before, and Feng's really into Vanyaskan stuff. But one of the fundamental aspects of Vanyaskan cybernetics is, and what makes them interface so well with people, is that Vanyaskans get implanted with essentially a biomechanical framework cybernetic called a sacred root once they are shortly after being born and or converting to the religion, and it grows with you over the course of your life and provides interface points for future cybernetics. These, you can see that there are pieces of sacred roots that have been pulled out, chopped off, and trying to get these actual like arms and legs and headpieces and stuff out of these people. And they're laid out. The cybernetics are in very neat rows. The bodies are less carefully preserved. And it definitely appears that these have been intentionally removed. From your experience, talking to Professor Jacob and stuff, that while it's not ideal, Vanyaskan cybernetics are worth a fair amount of money on the black market, even if they don't interface properly with somebody. They're generally all very well crafted for their users, so they can make a good amount of cash if you are unscrupulous enough.
Nafisa is just going to walk towards Mishka, who I assume is crumpled on the ground.
Yeah, she definitely will fall to her knees as she holds like a tall fawn. Well, they probably were tall. All that's left of them is their torso, and their arms, torso, and then part of their head. It looks like probably where their antlers were, there used to be like a skull cap, but that has been since removed, and their legs are entirely gone. And you see bits of their sacred root coming out of where their leg slots used to be, as she drops and is just holding this torso in her arms.
Mishka.
Dimitri. I'm so sorry, Dimitri. I was not here for you. And she's just weeping over this brutalized fawn. And you remember that the leader of the Circle of Thorns in the city was Dmitry Kunisov.
Mishka. We need to take your time. When you're ready, we can help you with whatever we can do to give them proper respects.
She kind of just gives you this very blank-eyed look. Her like sparkling bright blue eyes are just like glazed over. She then just slowly looks back down at Dimitri and just clutches him close to her.
I'm so sorry. And she'll, like, if Mishka is open to it, she'll just try to hug her and give her warmth, because she's probably really cold right now.
Yeah. You feel that, Mishka is just covered in icy sweat. And just, you feel the shuddering in her body as you grip her. Aurora and Soleil, is there anything you want to do?
I think, at least for Aurora, she's probably just like pretty stunned by just. I mean, she had seen it with the Iryxians, the piles of them, but just like truly the indiscriminate brutality of it is seeing it like sort of fresh as well is probably like extra devastating. So I don't imagine she really does much other than just kind of like sits there, probably honestly feels like nauseous and kind of backs away, unable to look at it too much.
Gotcha. Soleil, give me a survival plus perception roll. Or survival or perception, sorry.
Okay. Those are both equal, so we'll call this survival. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. As this is going on, something you notice that's kind of odd. I don't recall, Soleil. Did you meet Bishop Cine Rosa in Vanonia at the Vanyaskan Grove?
He did not. That was
Okay.
I don't think so.
I think it was Feng and Nafisa.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
And Nexus.
One of the things you notice is the the plant life here seems wrong. Um, like this most of these are fairly the areas of it that have trees and plant life a little bit further away from the buildings. They seem to be like very actively wilting in a way that's not like seasonal. It's like September right now. And it's just like very odd because you've seen like other trees and parks and stuff throughout the city, and it's not like that. It's only this area that you're seeing it in.
So one could probably surmise that their activities are somehow directly affecting the plant life here.
There's something about maybe something that happened here that is unique to this place that is not prevalent in other parts of the city you've been in.
Soleil is going to let Nafisa have her quiet moment with Mishka, but he's going to see Aurora back up and take a few, steps closer to her and just kind of squat down on his haunches so he's more to her level. I'm thinking we need to think this whole merciful streak.
I mean, it's just awful.
Yeah. It's
indiscriminate. Just genocide, essentially.
Yeah. And I'm worried that if there won't be a grove to return to.
Yeah. I mean, we're taking him down either way. I don't know if I can forgive him. I can't forgive him. I guess it's just a matter of what do we do with him?
He you see his glowing eyes in the deer skull just sort of slowly shift over to you, like silently saying, "You know my thoughts on the matter."
I know. I know.
I'm just saying, there's no coming back from this.
No.
I don't
I'd wager he's killed thousands of innocents at this point.
Frankly, I don't care what Nafisa has to say about this. There's no saving this.
Yeah. Oh, God. Back in Iryxian, I ran away from war. And here I am, basically knee-deep in one. Weird how life works.
Yeah, y'all are pretty good at killing each other, so...
People certainly are willing to do hellish things for their own benefit.
Nafisa, make an insight check.
Understood, ma'am. 16.
Okay. As Aurora and Soleil have kind of peeled off to talk, you feel Mishka vitally settles her breathing a bit as she kisses each of Dimitri's eyelids as she closes his eyes that have just been staring vacantly into the distance, as she very gently sets him down. And then you notice, she's not furred right now. She's in her normal human form, but you feel the various hairs on her arms and stuff stand up as she looks up at the wilting plant life, and you feel the muscles on her begin to tighten. She's quite clearly agitated in a very profound way.
You're starting to be angry now, right? Towards him? Towards that thing?
I have to see something. I have to see. And she...
I will come with you.
Okay. And she'll stand up and walk around the tarp of bodies and cybernetics, and she heads into the kind of forested area of dying plant life. Aurora and Soleil, do you wish to trail after them?
Yeah, I think if Nafisa's going, it's probably just like oh shit, we should probably make sure that they're okay.
Yep.
Okay. As you guys weave through, Nafisa, just give me a survival check. Survival or nature, if you have the nature skill and want to use it.
That's a 9.
Okay. Yeah, once it was pointed out to you, the stuff is dying. It's like, oh yeah, that's dying, but that's about all you get from it. And she weaves through this forest area, and you guys get to what is a comparatively large, oak tree, except it has been mangled, and you see that there is another tarp set up next to it, and you see just Nafisa can recognize this, having been to a Vanyaskan Grove before. This is the reactor tree that forms the center of a Vanyaskan Grove. The kind of central focus point of their biomechanical augmentation that spreads throughout the area, and it is quite clearly dead, as somebody has basically gone through and pulled the copper wiring out of the house. All the wirewood and cable vines have been pulled out of it and basically laid out on a tarp, similar to how the augmetics were. Presumably, based on what you have heard, that it's a similarly valuable component on the black market. And however, in turn, it is the fundamental, core area of these groves, and by destroying it, you destroy the grove, essentially. So clearly they went through here and it proceeded, after they took it over, to make a high priority of stripping all of these things from it, perhaps not caring for the ecological and religious desecration and negative effects it would have on the area. And sorry, you can go.
Can it be healed, restored?
Mishka just lets out this incredible, deep-throated, animal screeching roar. Um, and she will just fall to her knees again and just slam her fists into the ground.
Ishka, take your time. We will be here. You don't have to come with us after this. I promise you, we won't let the Colonel get away.
She doesn't seem to be really crying anymore. It's more just kind of just dry spasms as she just hangs her head as she's pounding her hands into the ground. And after perhaps a few minutes of it, she just stands up and turns to look at you. Her eyes are bloodshot, and she just wipes a finger across her nose, getting some of the snot, and she just goes, "I will come with you. There is much I need to repay."
We will. But I want us to at least take care of your people first. I don't trust Laszlo or his men with any of this out, or anyone else. Can we bury them? Or...
There will be time to bury them, but there are many more we need to add to the earth first. She takes out her great axe.
Nafisa winces, but she very much does not have a rebuttal.
And with that, she will just walk past you, Nafisa, just shoulder set, axe in hand, as she walks basically by the three of you back towards the rest of what's going on.
Do I have any tree craft?
I assume that, like, just looking at this tree, this is technology, not necessarily magic, correct? I know the Vanyaskans are kind of a mix, so I just wanted to kind of ask.
It's mixed. Vanyaskan tech is magical in nature. It is a bizarre, in the minds of many people, heretical mix of essentially mecha druidism, where it's both inherently corrupting in the fact that they take normal nature and then add these living mechanical elements to it, but they are still alive in their own ways.
Yeah. I just think, like, seeing this twisted nature and just kind of thinking of just, like, I don't know anything about it, but feels like she kind of wants to help in some way. It's probably just, like, at least tries to, like, study the little bit of the tree.
Mm-hmm. It's you see that it was probably majestic at some point and thriving, and you can imagine looking at the various cable and wire, wood and vines, that it would light up with probably a beautiful display of color and lights and stuff when it was alive. And now it just looks like it has been ritually scarred. Everything that was beautiful and strong about it has been stripped away from it, and it's just bare and open and dead.
I think Aurora just kind of put her hand on it and just probably start to walk back. Stench, I imagine, is pretty fierce here.
Yeah, you can smell the smell of decaying plant matter. The earth feels muddier and squelches more under your feet as leaves crack and you see faint, little uh, slivers of metal just crumble under your feet as they wind through the various leaves. And it's just very much like getting the smell of what is probably like a decaying swamp or bog forming. It's not just that what was ever here sustaining it is gone. It is now the whatever was sustaining it is actively just decaying at a rate that would be impossible from normal nature.
Hmm.
I think before she heads out, Nafisa will leave notes by the tarps of bodies and parts. Oh, sorry, Hobbs.
No, I said,
Yeah, she'll leave notes and they'll both say, like, she'll tuck them under, like, she'll put a rock over each one, and both of them essentially say, do not improperly treat these bodies or we will beat you up. Signed, Romance Dawn. I do not trust Laszlo or his men. Because I feel like he would go behind the backs and sell the copper wiring.
Okay. You leave your notes, and as you guys head back, Fung, you and Lunas hanging out. There's probably about a total of maybe a dozen or so like veteran soldiers that have surrendered in this area. The Shrouded Assembly are restraining them, taking away their stuff. Pulling away the bodies of the various people that were brutally murdered during the battle. And what do you wish to do?
I already made a note as much in the conversation, but given the sort of things that Feng's presence there would have just automatically granted them in terms of the knowledge checks, I think she had a pretty good idea of what would have happened to the Vanyaskans without going. And I think she's just sort of looking from surrendered soldier to soldier, kind of wondering in the back of her mind, like, which one of them was involved in that? I assume they all had to be to some degree. In theory, at least, people are supposed to be able to object to things that they're ordered to do, but did any of them? And I think while looking through things with Lunas, she'd wait until there's a little more of a quiet moment to say, Dear Lunas, I do so value rapport, games that we play, but may I ask you something? To draw the curtain back and to break with character for a moment for both of us.
He raises an eyebrow and, what is it you wish to ask?
I did not follow when they went to aid the bereaved Vanyaskan ally, because I believe I already knew what I would see, and I did not think I had it in me to bear witness to such things again. Do you think me cowardly for this? Or am I alone in this assumption?
Well, it is safe to assume that villains will act in their most depraved and dishonorable ways when left to their own devices. I understand not everyone has the spiritual fortitude and emotional constitution to stare down the horrors that assail us in this world. That is not your failing. It is simply an acknowledgement that you require braver sorts to guide you in this path. And he puts a hand on your shoulder. Perhaps there is hope for you yet. You may abandon your path of villainy and see that this is the world when evil prospers.
Bit of a wry attempt at a laugh. Just, I thought I said pulling back the curtains. Or perhaps do you use this to cope as much as I?
Make an insight check.
Damn, that's a 6.
Yeah, there's something about this that just does not click right for you. Perhaps he's putting on a show in some way. It's hard to tell. I assure you, miss, that I am what I present myself to be. World needs those who are willing to stand up as shining examples of what we can achieve, and those who are able to defend the weak against the predations of those who think that they can take advantage of them. I know what the world is, and I choose to stand against it, for that is what a hero truly is.
So that does not, in your estimation, lower the quality of a hero who finds herself unable to comfort a grieving companion.
I do not know the many veils that you choose to cloak yourself in, but I can say that it takes a great deal of learning and understanding to be able to sense the emotions and feelings of others and lend them the support they need. Something, of course, that I have mastered in my travels. He gives you a big beaming smile.
Can I insight check that?
Yep.
Come on, come on. 7. I'm getting better.
It's so hard to pin this man down. It has to be fake. Like, there's no way this dude actually believes anything he's saying.
See, this is the problem with low insight rolls. That is just as likely the actual truth as it is just
You're literally somebody
misunderstanding.
who constantly is putting on a show for the world around you.
Yeah.
Like, it's a reasonable assumption that somebody this over the top, literally as over the top, if not perhaps more over the top than you are, it has to be a character.
I feel like, though, at the same time, the question isn't, is it a character? It becomes, is he aware that it's a character? I think that's where my head's at.
Alas, you can't seem to pin it down.
Well, Once I have found some way to make penance and render succor to the Vanyaskan that we fought beside, maybe then I can start to consider myself worthy of that again. But for now, I suppose better to return to our little game.
If it is any solace, you can at least take some assurance that the people here were also not great people to begin with. Soleil and I were delivering justice amongst them not long ago, as they were preying on others.
Be that as it may, as someone who also has experience being othered for looks at her arm. Similar, if not identical reasons. I cannot help but believe that there was more to the distant cries we heard than simply the thickness amongst thieves and valor amongst villains.
If it is any consolation, whether or not you bear aesthetic similarities to those who prey on others does not mean that you in turn should suffer the same fate. Ultimately, it is your decision and your actions which will determine what inevitably will befall you. The choice has always been yours, and I pray that you choose wisely, for I sense there is the potential to be better than your nature.
Well, I suppose it's best to fall back into comfortable habits for now, as you suggest here. But speaking of better nature, did you see what Soleil did? There was that moment right near the end of the fight. I've never seen him use either of those swords before. I know they are a part of his raw die. He seemed different.
Indeed.
Better.
It was quite the curiosity. I had not heard any stories of him ever wielding them, nor have I seen him brandish them in anger. Even when we found ourselves surrounded by the villainous Vanyaskans, he did not draw them to strike them down in great vengeance. It is a peculiarity, but I see that he chose to not embrace his more feral nature, at least for a moment. Perhaps that is character growth.
I'm simply glad at least some of our motley cast are able to embrace that, then. Well, I suppose we should set ourselves to properly disarming and collecting the ill-gotten spoils of the occupying force.
In that we are agreed. Let us gather them and destroy them, lest they hurt another soul.
Shall at the very least see what they are then, yes. Yeah, I don't know where Feng is at after that. I feel like just as much as she does not know where Lunas is after that. Uh, yeah, what does she discover with Lunas as she's trying to uh, not acknowledge using this as a form of cowardice as much as she knows?
Like, what you say, what you discover with Ludus, what do you mean?
Just in general, I'm wondering, like, what bits of technology
Okay, you
do
mean
they
actual
have?
stuff, not
Yeah.
not deeper emotional meaning. They're generally all pretty consistently equipped. Lots of submachine guns, which you've got shot at a bunch with. Um, they've got great swords. They've got kind of like a it's not quite battle plate. It's more of just like a kind of infantry armor that's pretty standard in the UFAS military. The engineers also have kind of like radio sets, and they've got these now defunct because they're not using them anymore. But it looks to be some kind of like limited artificer devices that were acting as the like the medical arcane projection and walking armory abilities. So, with allowing for the active like conversion of munitions into specialty rounds and stuff on the spot. But those seem to be like artificer things extracted from them. So now that they're not using them or anything, the infusions stop. Um, and they've got arm blades, which are like these little like kind of extendable fold out arm blades that go over the arm that the medical device was on. And there are various grenades, but theirs are NPC grenades, so you can only loot a couple.
I may as well. I'll grab a couple of grenades if I'm able. Try and see if I can get at least one of these submachine guns. Maybe I can find some way to make it less shit.
Make an investigation roll.
Alrighty. 19.
Okay. You find four of the basically four more of the piercing damage grenades.
All right.
And you just get an SMG. The stats for it are it's got a range of it is a range of 30. It does 1d8 piercing damage, and it can fire 3 shots at disadvantage for every one attack you would normally have.
All right. All right. Anything that I don't take, I'll just try to sketch to the best of Feng's ability a rough idea of, okay, this is what this looks like. Maybe there's some use for this. Maybe I can reverse engineer how this could have done something like this. A lot of it, I think, is just kind of going through the motions past that.
I gotcha. All right, as you're cataloging and sketching and stuff, the Mishka and the other 3 members of your party come back.
Okay, well, definitely not going to let them see any of this. Emotionally, I'm totally fine with letting them see me looting.
Both literal and metaphorical masking.
I mean, literally, I'm rolling for it.
That's a nat 20 for a 29 performance.
So fucking good at masking, you guys. You guys.
Afong, you and Lunas did like absolutely nothing.
She has mastered being autistic.
Yep.
Alright, time for Lunas's neurodivergency to come in and just tell us everything that happened.
I mean, he's more than welcome to.
I hope you found what you were looking for. We were finishing apprehending the remaining surrendered soldiers and destroying what of their equipment we could. When do we strike next?
I don't know if this matters to Lunas, but that day when Nafisa saw Laszlo execute somebody, just times 10 that expression on her face. But like she's enduring it.
Let's make a Ludus insight check.
You dumb himbo of a man.
Does he make those with a disadvantage?
He's actually proficient in insight. Wow.
Oh shit.
It's 7. You know, +4.
Nobody can insight check today.
Nope. Ludus does not notice. He is busy thinking about justice.
Do I have to make an insight roll?
If you want, or you're too busy, you're so basking that you can't see through Nafisa.
I mean, I got a nat 20. I feel like I can probably multitask.
All right, well, roll your insight.
19.
Does Feng see you, Nafisa?
Yeah, but I 19 is more enough. The bar was not that high, Lunas. What the fuck? Yeah, she is not. I think it's like a shared energy with the party. It's just more so notable on Nafisa because she is very much not used to being around so much needless death. Yeah, something fucked was something really bad was where the gang went to go look, and it's affecting Nafisa at least heavily.
Right, I think we should be, to answer your question, Lunas, I think we'll be moving sooner rather than later.
Excellent! This is stupendous news.
And, Nafisa, if I may, I know we've had several conversations about this particular topic. Given what we've just witnessed, I like to think you've probably there's no way a person can come back from this once they do something like this.
He like looks up and then turns to look at Soleil, and just she's struggling to find words right now. She'll turn to look at Mishka and then back at the party. My head has been processing a lot, but I don't think that we are executioners. And I certainly don't think dying is enough. Killing him won't be enough. I need to think.
What will be enough?
He has done so much worse. I mean, Laszlo is bad. The Song have done bad things. Circle of Thorns has probably done bad things. But I can't imagine anyone of them anywhere as evil as what happened today, and I at the very least think we should give the people of this city, the people that he's harmed, a chance to at least look at this thing that we get for them. I don't think
it's in any of our natures, in any of our paths to become executioners. I won't stop you. I'll try not to stop you. But that is the most I can think of right now. What we saw, the smells, the sight of it, I can't let myself forget, but I would like to.
We also saw mountains, bodies of Iryxians on the way in. This has been a daily occurrence under his leadership. I don't think he deserves a chance.
I'm not
I think
saying
a person has had plenty of chances before they get to this.
I'm not saying we let him go. I'm just saying we should let other people have a turn.
Have a
Say
turn.
to say something. I know expecting a trial, especially here of all places, is unreasonable, but
And who's gonna judge that?
I don't
He's the
expect
one
him
who's been in charge.
Well, when we're done, who will be in charge? You and I already know the answer, right? I'm just...
I know you want to do what's right, Nafisa. You've got a stout moral code you'd like to adhere to, but I think the best thing we can do for these people to end their suffering is to rid it at its source. He's had plenty of chances.
And so you want to kill him to help other people and not just punish him?
Yes.
I don't get it. When you kill somebody, they don't have to deal with anything afterwards. They're just here and then they're gone.
Right. They're gone. Their presence is filtered out.
But
People can move on. They can heal. They can find some way to fix this place.
I'm not expecting the people to spare him, but I just...
Would you rather him rot in jail for forever?
I don't know, but I'm... I want to beat him up, and I won't stop you if you guys
I think
kill him.
we can
I won't
manage.
stop you if you guys decide to end him, but if I finish him off, I'm going to bring him back to Laszlo and the song and present him in front of all of them in Mishka and whoever we find from the Circle of Thorns. And then I'm going to turn around and walk away. And she's like biting her lower lip while saying all this.
Even if you walk away, your hand's still a part of this, Nafisa.
I know. But I don't...
Whether it's by your hand or hammer, my claws, Laszlo's gun.
My hands have been a part of it ever since we started adventuring together. I think it's important that... I know I will admit it's part of me being selfish. I just don't want us to kill so much. But I do think my point about at least giving everyone one last look before they kill him or before Laszlo turns him into the art on the walls. I don't want to just walk back and look at all those hurt people and say, oh, we killed him, and expect them to move on. regardless of how people leave your life, if you don't see that to the end, will it feel finished?
And always bring the pieces of them.
I've already expressed what I plan to do.
The
And I won't stop.
Iryxians, for what it's worth, seem mostly ambivalent to this. I think they're used to being put underfoot. Better than mages. That's what I was told.
This is better than mages? I don't think they've been looking hard enough.
I don't think I've been looking hard enough either. But I can tell you one thing, they don't deserve to be under the boot of Nexcore either. I'm gonna talk to Laszlo. I want him to promise that he'll take good care of them, or at least better.
All right, you were scaring me in the first half of that statement. You brought me back in the second.
I understand he's not going to be the best.
Well, no, it's getting Laszlo to promise anything is a feat in and of itself, but he takes care of his own people.
That's good.
For what that's worth.
I think he's going to be mighty impressed by what we've done.
Will we get going then?
Do you feel ready?
For the bridge or for what's after?
Whatever comes next.
I'll think about it when we're done with this adventure.
He just gives a nod. And he thinks Soleil in this moment is very much thinking to his and Nafisa's prior conversation where he just felt such guilt about bringing them all here, and it's bubbling back up, but he swallows it down. He's gotta focus on the task at hand.
Well, I believe we've got more enemies to slay before we bring this villain to heel.
To say the least.
Well, let's keep making a difference then.
You'll slap Aurora on the back. You feel a as he goes, "That's the right attitude. We are making a difference here, improving this city for the better. Never forget that." Ha ha ha!
I'm kind of frail, Lunas. Maybe not so hard next time.
So noted. I'm apologizing for my inability to control my enthusiasm at the prospect of all the good we're about to do.
I'm not going to say this in character, but the fact that he looked at what just happened and said enthusiasm is sending me, oh my god.
It's easy when you don't think that they're people.
That realization whiplash is going to hit him so hard, several arcs down.
when you find out your boy's been groomed by the CIA his whole life.
When he finds out.
But yeah, do you guys want to rally the troops and go launch your next attack against the militia?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I believe so.
How do you want to go about doing this? They aren't on the bridge. You do have to cross a bridge, but because you took out the soldiers on the island, both sides of the bridges, essentially, the defenses have collapsed. So you're basically pushing into the main area near where the Iryxian refugees are. How do you want to go about doing this?
We want to be sneaky about it at this point. I kind of want to send a message and just...
I think.
I have to imagine they heard something going on over here.
The artillery fire probably was audible from far away.
You know, the
I
bad
can
guys.
pass without trace one more time, if people want.
Yeah, you guys suspect, I'll let, anybody can make just a history check if they want. I'll give advantage to Soleil for it, but, you guys, we're aware that there were the engineers had radios and were sending messages and stuff, so, you all can make the reasonable assumption that they're likely aware that people are under attack. So it's not like you're going to catch them unaware entirely like these soldiers were. You could still surprise them with pass without trace and stuff, but they're not like necessarily entirely not alerted.
I have to say I like this idea that Sif is cooking in the Discord.
Yeah. I'm wondering
doing some deception over the radio.
I'm wondering if we can very firmly ask one of the prisoners about the call signs and the code for the radio, so we could just say hi, say, everything's cool over here, don't worry about it.
Does anybody want to make intimidation checks?
Sure. That's something I'm moderately good at. So, all right. So, for clarification,
Yeah.
we're roughing them up to get the radios, or
No, you have the radios.
To explain how the radios work. So don't fuck with their mouths. Don't bash their brains in, but you can probably break a leg or two.
We need to know the call signs because they would have
I see.
codes to make sure.
I see. I'm trying to think. Alright, don't rough them up too bad.
You'll have advantage on this because they are surrendered and at your mercy.
Yeah. I think he's going to look for the one who seems the least seasoned.
Okay.
The whelp of the group, if there is one.
The pee is pants. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is.
And
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
So there is we'll say he's more of it is early 20s, an Avalonian Fey touched who's got mushrooms instead of ears, and he's got little sparkly opalescent flowers growing out of his hair.
Oh, buddy, what are you doing here? Yeah, I think Soleil is just going to muster up all of that lingering righteous fury aura and just walk over to him. I presume he's like sitting on the ground.
Yeah, he's just restrained. He's got like his arms tied
And-
behind his back.
Just walk over to him, kind of kneel before him, grab his radio, and just very simply say, "Still got your wits about you?"
Pardon?
You got your wits about you, yes?
I?
Good, good. Because you're going to use what's left of them to tell my friends your call signs. And he sort of wiggles the radio in front of him. Understood?
Well, I can't do that.
No? You don't know them?
No, I can't use the radio to tell them.
Oh no, we will. Don't worry. You won't get in trouble.
Well, you will.
You cut out when you were talking.
I was just saying, you will get in trouble if you don't tell us.
The Colonel will have my head if I do it.
And we will have yours if you do not.
It wouldn't do any good.
Are you that afraid of a very likely soon-to-be dead man?
Colonel is far more clever than you give him credit for. He'll figure something out.
Oh, what would he do? Hide in a tank and throw disposable magical trinkets at us?
He's got plenty of things under his control. Yeah, you may have taken us out here, but he'll come for you. I know it. I know it.
So what you're saying is we should ask one of your companions and use what is left of you as motivation.
Soleil grabs the guy sitting next to him.
Make your intimidation roll, Soleil.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. As you grab the the human next to him, it was like, what the fuck? He goes, okay. I'll tell you what you need to know. Just please, no, don't hurt me, don't hurt him.
That's all you had to say in the first place.
Fucking monsters.
That's a terrible call sign, but do go on.
He'll tell you the basic codes to be able to contact the other radios.
So now that we have that set up, before Feng starts to call in, we should probably get things straight on what exactly we want communicated. Now that we have this, what shall the completely in control and orderly base here be telling them?
Probably something about the song making an offensive, maybe? Most logical.
Right.
Perhaps, although phrase it carefully so they don't try to immediately retaliate.
True. Could just be as simple as some remnants of Vanyaskans that were hiding in holes. I don't know.
No, I think that works. Some remaining, fighters crawling out of the woodwork, so to speak.
Not entirely a lie. I would probably want to check in with our resident Vanyaskan as to just sort of, is this all right?
Whatever gets it so that we can kill them next.
So, if they are to believe this, what do we want them to do?
I mean, I guess just stand down. Well, not like, you know what I mean.
The threat's been neutralized.
Right.
Sheriff.
Return to your posts. Take lunch.
All right. Is there anything we would tell the colonel should he be on the line?
Oh god, I have no idea.
Sif, is there anything that you want to weigh in on for this? Since I don't think you got a chance before.
Nafisa, especially after hearing the threats you guys made during the interrogation, very hands off right now. If you're asking about what Nafisa would like request over the radio, right? Unless I'm misinterpreting. Yeah.
Yeah.
She is very hands off right now.
Okay.
All right.
So you're gonna try and tell them to stand down? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, sort of just at ease, all clear. There was a minor incident where some remnant of the Vanyaskan force attacked, but things were very easily taken care of. And all clear. Return to duties as normal, that sort of thing.
Okay. Make your performance check.
You know what? I'll flash of genius that.
Okay.
Just so that's a 19.
19? Okay. I'm gonna roll this real quick. Okay. You hear, back over the radio, a Skiari voice saying, like, we heard a lot of artillery. Are you sure everything is under control?
It's one of those werewolves. You know how it is. You need to use heavy ordnance, otherwise they just keep coming back.
Okay. Hopefully it is all under control now?
Absolutely. Everything is under our control now.
Good. We will we'll go back to looking for who the colonel told us to. So, if you need any support for the assault, let us know. Otherwise, we'll be hunting for whoever painted those things.
Yes, of course.
Oh, fuck.
I love that is their top priority. Like, we need all our resources
all
on
hands on deck.
who
very
painted
little
me
bit.
as the virgin in this Wojak.
First of all, Aurora rolled really well on making them. Secondly, Yes.
Art, excuse you.
This is a high priority to the Colonel for the militia to be handling. All right. You have a pretty good idea that they're going to be alert for different reasons, but their probably overall alertness level is not we're about to get hit with a giant attack. It's more of like we're actively trying to hunt down whoever spray painted all of these memes.
All right, well, that's fine by us. I was gonna say we could like try and give them a tip that we got out of the Vanyaskan about where that artist might be. We could try and like lead them somewhere, but
I feel like it's like another check, and that's a reach because like why would the artist be all the way in the war zone?
yeah.
Right? They don't know that it's like an adventurer causing trouble.
Oops, I forget. Aurora, I think, told them about this.
Yeah, she did. The party knows. The party is.
Yeah, the party knows. Yeah,
Ludus
She
is
would
there.
find this
Ludus is definitely be looking at Aurora right now.
She would find this hilarious. To be honest. Dang, I didn't think it'd be that effective.
Aurora used Meme Lord. It was super effective. Yeah, in your back and forth, you hear that there are some Iryxians who've been tasked with painting over the pictures as the militia are hunting for the artists.
Well, I mean, that's great too. Like, that means we know of isolated little pockets and exactly where they are.
So, what is your plan then for dealing with the militia force?
So I can cast Pass Without a Trace, and then I'll be out of like second level spell slots. But we can do that, and then like just go. They probably have eyes on the bridge at the very. Even if they're not on both ends, they definitely have eyes on it, right?
They had eyes on the bridge we crossed the first time too.
Yeah.
I think.
But then that gosh darn wind got in everybody's eyes at the same time.
Yeah. I think
that happened.
Getting a surprise round is worth so much. So
Yeah, I will cast Pass Without a Trace, and everybody has a +5 as long as they're in my special circle,
10.
or +10, excuse me.
Yep.
Don't sell yourself short. It smells
Like,
crazy.
We don't get out of bed for less than a +10.
Something grow up and master, huh? Anyways, yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna cast Pass Without Trace?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, everybody make your stealth rolls with your +10.
Wee.
That's a 15.
My heavy armor kids. Love to see it.
What? It's very shiny armor. I don't know what to tell you.
This would have been bad.
You guys have a +10 to be clear.
Yeah.
I know, just looking at this. 15, 19, 23, and 18. You guys suck.
This would have been really bad if that's
Why?
Nafisa, you chose well using your second level spell slot because your party would have fumbled this hard, including you. And okay.
Oh.
All right. So you guys are feeling pretty sneaky as you approach. There is a centralized point where you guys can pick off some of the smaller war bands that are patrolling out for the meme lord, but you feel that there is still a critical mass of them that have formed around one of the more embarrassing pictures as it's being painted over. So you can approach it. I will switch maps. Okay. You guys can each grab a Lunas card from the top corner of the map to add to your hands. That's just your quick reference of what your Lunas companion ability is. Two people still need to grab their cards.
Mm-hmm.
Meris went BRB real quick,
Okay.
so
Holy
Okay,
shit,
let
these
me-
guys are huge.
Those are groups of people, right?
Yeah, they're groups. It's a horde of people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Big
a horde
man.
of people that are set up.
My
So-
Muso.
Yeah, it's about 10 people each, essentially, that are just kind of
Okay.
grouped up in a single thing because these guys are very comparatively weak. So to not roll a billion people out there, they get grouped into hordes.
Fair.
So yeah, you guys can approach from any direction you want. Like I said, it's just kind of these gatherings of people. You guys do hear car engines in the distance, but that's not like an unusual. Get out of my hand.
I'm
No
sorry,
way.
I misclicked. I'm thinking if
Yeah.
we're being.
I was
This area
thinking
looks good.
down there too, because we can use the building as cover.
Yeah, unless we get jumped by the Fire Emblem Classic new wave coming in, but yeah,
The lunatic mode of same turn reinforcements.
Oh, is
the
there a way
Redeemers
to
will wait till turn 15 or whatever.
is there a way to like get on top of the building?
Presumably.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
So yeah,
I think
if we
starting
start there, we
around-
could like go. It looks like that is an entrance there.
Well, why didn't that drag right?
40. It's definitely been more than an hour, so the long starters have worn off.
Lunas, get out of there! We're supposed to be stealthy.
Ha ha ha! I am here.
Just diving into all three of the mobs.
I could entirely see the party like planning things out, and then Lunas in the background just climbs up to the top of the building and just fucking wrestling dives onto a pile of people.
Oh my gosh. See, I'm glad I'm not the only one who that was the
They're
gut
hor-
reaction.
They're hordes. They're like a bunch
Holy
of
shit,
people.
they're so big.
Got it.
Grab
Would you
your
rather
Came back and I'm like, wait a minute.
One
Gra-
really big,
grab yourself a Ludus card at the top left corner of the map.
one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses.
For those of you in chat who are wondering what Lunas's companion ability does.
But yes. We're gonna start down here. Oh yeah, you got it. You got it.
Yep. I got it. I can pick up what y'all are putting down.
All
How
right.
tall is this building, by the by?
I forgot this is Lunas's full government name.
Yep, that is that is
It's
Ludus's
so
full
long.
government name. Ludusio Vardasorva. That is, his
One name.
his full draconic name. All dragons have incredibly long extra names. They're dragons,
Yes.
why wouldn't they?
The dichotomy of that whole name than just Nyx.
Nyx is a dog. She's not
Yeah,
real.
Yeah, she's a dog. Don't
All
worry
right.
about it. Don't look at the right companion stat block. I'll kill you.
All right, as you guys approach, you notice that you're going to be making perception checks.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, I'm very bad at this.
I love to hear it.
Oh, that rolled at disadvantage. It's a 19 for perception.
You roll at disadvantage?
No. I forgot to turn off the disadvantage toggle.
Ah.
So Nafisa and Soleil notice as you guys are getting closer that you hear some of the militia talking and go, I don't know, it seemed like very strange. There was so much artillery going off. I can't believe it was just a single werewolf. That doesn't make any sense. What? And you hear the weapons begin getting readied as they hear the clinking of our heavy armor people through the stealth. everyone but Soleil gets a surprise, or Soleil gets a surprise that everyone else does not.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
They're gonna shit their pants at the werewolf, though.
Yes.
Yeah, I was about to say
Yes.
this is a delightful theatrical moment here.
But
Turns into a wolf and just dives,
Yeah.
wrestle style.
Should we just roll initiative?
yes, you guys should select your tokens and roll initiative as Soleil and Nafisa here. Wait, I hear them coming! Get everyone ready! Fire, fire, fire!
Oh, that's... The dice have a narrative
Oh
for
my God.
Soleil.
Holy shit! The dog is out.
The
I have
dog
a
is
plus-
out.
I have a +7 and I got a 9.
You hate to
Oof.
see it. You hate to see it. Alright, let's roll for these quote-unquote bad boys.
They're bad.
They are, in
What
fact,
are
bad.
they gonna do?
It's 1, 2, and 3. So the dice do, in fact, tell a story. We have, at the start of combat with a 23, the one person who the person who has their surprise round and then gets to go on a 23.
Hot dog. You love to see it.
He's
We
got
have
that
action
dog in
General.
him.
He's gonna
I
murder
think
people.
Soleil is not immune to the hunter idea of playing with his food, unfortunately. So
Aw.
I think just we're gonna bonus action shift. Just skin off and wolf out, and we do what we do. Let me move this turn order so I can see my cards. So I know what I'm doing. Okay. Let's take a couple slashies.
Who let that
Hopefully
dog out?
23.
That super hits.
10 slashing. And 28.
That
Incredible.
also super
For-
hits.
Another 9. And I will...
Don't forget your cards.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I'm going to use my Mishka reaction to make one more.
Okay.
For
Yep.
21. That's another 12 slashing.
Okay. Let's check the old numberinos here. So you did 31 damage at the start of the fight. That's cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Just tearing through them.
All right, my first question is, are you going lethal or not?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So
These guys suck.
the horde is still alive. However, you will have killed several members of it. How do you want to start wading into these guys? They're fairly well armored comparatively to the fact they're just militia. They must have busted out the good stocks and stuff now that the meme lord is present. But they've just got like rifles and bayonets otherwise. So what do you do?
I truly think it's a bit of hack and slash. So he is just barreling through. Kind of honestly, like the wolf in him is kind of like riled up because they're like, oh, all of this for like one werewolf? What's the big deal? He's like, well, I'll show you what the big deal is. And just really quickly going for what he can immediately identify as points. So even if they're heavily armored, going for the joints in their armor where the shoulder meets the neck, looking quickly for, quite frankly, if they just happen to be standing in an unfortunate way, their arm is hanging out, and just like, ripping arms out of their sockets, just like really quick and dirty, just plowing through these guys.
Okay, as you start wading in, Viltrumiting these militia members, just fucking claw right under an armpit, through into the chest, ripping out the, half their fucking torso as you lift the claw out, going right to like a crotch shot under where, like the codpiece armor would be, just ripping their leg off. It's your turn again now that the surprise round is over.
You'll love to see it. Alright, so in that case, we're going to bonus the action to activate my Crimson Right.
All right.
Alright, so that's 5 to me. And I do it again.
Another
oh boy.
one.
Here I go killing again. 27.
Hits.
14 slashing. 1 cold.
Okay.
12 probably doesn't hit.
A 12 misses.
Alright. But I will use my reaction to hit one more time, hopefully.
Yep.
15?
AC 16.
Ah, boo. Alright.
Yeah,
I got too big for my britches.
You got too cocky, but you almost took them to half health.
Yeah, love to see it.
Yeah, fucking Soleil just leaps in and starting to just tear these people apart. You notice the militia are just like struggling to form any kind of meaningful defense as he wades in. Nafisa, you see Soleil not even a moment of restraint trying to subdue these people. He is just rip and tear, as his white fur is just getting drenched in blood. They will now go to the red squad, or the red horde, which is up here, which does not know any better. So they know Soleil is there, so they're unfortunately going to not try and flank you guys. They're going to try and just focus fire on Soleil. So
that's fair.
So they come walking over, and they are going to fire a barrage of rifle rounds at you, Soleil. So they're going to make 5 attacks. Let's go. What is your AC?
16.
Yep. Hit. Nat 20. Hit. Hit. They have to be clear, they have a +3 to hit.
The dice tell a story, huh?
Yeah. At a 7. Okay, so chat, I rolled a 20, nat 20, 20, 21, 7. They have a +3 to attack.
Well, guys, I had a good first round.
It's okay, you have resistance to these still.
The good news is there is no engineer presence. They don't have walking arsenal or walking armory. So you do get to reduce the damage because it's just piercing.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Still ow.
Yeah, so that's going to be 20, 31, 38, 44, so 22 damage punctures through.
Meris, how bad is that for you? Because I might use Lunas's redirection to take the natural 20 damage, or whatever's the biggest piece of damage.
Technically, the natural 20 was only 1 point higher than the highest other damage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I am below half at that point.
Okay, I will take the highest form of damage without resistance.
Okay.
Give me the 13.
So you will take 13 points of damage as you use the heroic sacrifice ability of Lunas. And you gain advantage on your next attack roll until the end of your next turn.
Noted.
Okay, that was Red Squad. Nafisa, speaking of... So, Nafisa, how do you do your little heroic sacrifice right now as you see this just Soleil wading in amongst people as another squad is frantically firing into him? What do you do to protect him?
I'm not sure how to flavor this given Lunas's involvement, but I imagine his hero LARPing infects the party. So yeah. Nafisa will actively, because she's going to run up there anyways, run in front of Soleil and just eat the bullets from one of the barrages.
Okay.
Catches them all in her mouth.
Yeah, there's one that was gonna be a headshot on Soleil that just clips one of your horns.
Okay. I'm going to beat them up now.
Okay.
So I have advantage on this attack, just making sure I'm not forgetting any of the martial loop. That's a 27.
You gave yourself disadvantage, which I appreciate.
I forgot the toggle.
The opposite of advantage. 27 hits.
Alright, so here is 7 slashing damage.
Okay.
And I will use, just because I don't think I'll be lucky this turn, I'm going to use the Shrouded Assemblies thing to roll 2d6.
Okay.
Additional damage.
That's what Soleil forgot to use because he was so excited to start killing.
Yep.
Boy, here I go killing again.
Okay.
Second hit
Hits.
is a 16. That is 15 more slashing
Ooh,
damage.
doggy. Okay.
And Nyx is just going to run in and take a little bite.
Just a little bite.
Out of one dude.
Ow.
It's a
hit.
19. It's 12 total damage between the piercing and acid.
Okay. 1 second.
And then
I gotta do some calculations. Okay.
Then could I use Mishka's move speed without provoking attacks of opportunity thing on Nafisa's reaction on Nyx to get her to move?
Sure, I'll allow it.
Yep. And then she'll go right back behind cover because she has been shot enough. I have one spell slot left. If I lose my dog after this fight and I can't bring him back, I'm gonna be so sad.
Well, you can still bring her back, but just wait till the next day.
I don't want to wait that long.
I don't want to wait.
Alright,
My dog to come over.
I'll move a little over here so that we're not... if they have a grenade in the back pocket, I don't want to be... Yeah.
Okay, you guys have done over half of its health. So those Marauder militia are going to have to make a wisdom saving throw. They fail.
Oh no. Whoa, they abandoned it.
Okay.
The Nafisa, I will let you characterize this as they are going to break and run from suffering too many casualties between Soleil murdering people and you slamming people down unconscious and stuff. How do you want to break the rest of this militia horde?
Nafisa actively catches the leg of one of them on the hook of her axe on the Giselle, and as they go to the floor and she's wielding the axe up, this guy just looks up in pure horror and it kind of stings through Nafisa that this guy thinks he's about to die, especially with Soleil's shadow right behind her because she got in front of him to block the bullet. And the rest of them, seeing that start to scatter, and this guy, clambers to his feet and begins to run while Nafisa's kind of just frozen there, not giving chase.
Okay. Yep, so that horde is donezo. We move on to Feng.
Okay. How tall is this building?
I will say it is it's just a single-story building. I don't know, 12 to 15 feet? I don't know how big buildings are.
Okay, I mean, works for me.
We move by floors.
Let's go 1, using grappling grasp to get up onto the roof. Thinking of all of those months spent playing XCOM, mantling onto the roof with snipers. 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's... Yeah, this feels fine, I think. And let's see. You know what? We just got a couple of them, so let's use one of their own grenades against them for this group.
Okay.
Let's see, that was since that is an attack, I assume that's just dexterity plus proficiency. Because I think I've only used them for saving throws so far.
Oh, so if you're using them as a martial weapon, it would be a martial. So I think you only do your int for your hand, right?
Yes, that's
okay.
correct.
So yeah, it would be dex plus proficiency.
Okay. That's probably fine. Let's see. So let's do this. Okay, yeah, that's
hit.
21.
All right,
Okay.
21 will hit the horde. Roll
and
your
that
damage.
is 3d8 piercing. Okay. Okay, 10 piercing.
It is actually 20 piercing because AoE attacks do more damage to hordes because there are a bunch of them together. So, yeah, you throw down that grenade, you just right in the middle of them, you see several of them just launch into the air as the shrapnel and explosions start raking through them.
Ooh. It's gonna wince a little at that, and with my remaining 5 feet of movement, is that enough to try and drop prone so the lip of the roof can cover me?
You have to have at least half of your move to go prone.
Fair enough. Let's see. Bonus action, I will give Soleil the buffed up help action.
Okay, so it was a d6 temp HP?
Yes, d6 temp HP.
And does it have like a plus or something, or is it just a d6?
Plus proficiency bonus, so d6 plus 3.
8 points of temp HP for Soleil.
Nice. We both increase walking speed by 10 feet until the start of my next turn. Until the start of my next turn, first time you hit a target with an attack roll, that target has disadvantage on next attack roll it makes within the next minute.
Okay.
Okay, and that's my turn.
Okay, so your boy Lunas is next with a 9. It's quick measuring. No, it's better the other way. He is going to extend out his wings to fly up to the top of the building. And then he is going to just basically leap over the building. As you see the wings pop out of all 4 of his wings pop out and just jet him up in the air as he spears forward past you, Feng, and swoops down. And you see him, his cloak is billowing extra dramatically as he's diving to the earth, as his wings rematerialize into his cloak. And you see his neck begin to glow. And he is going to let out a beam of radiant energy into the 2 hordes with his breath weapon. His mini breath weapon, since he's not in dragon form. He just gets his dragonborn breath weapon. So, he doesn't actually have to roll a hit for this, I think. It's a saving throw. Oh, he's not divine smiting. I was like, where is that extra radiant coming from? Okay, so they are going to be making their saves. So that is a success and a success, tragically. So they each take 10 damage because it is an AoE, because it's a line. So, bam. Not as impressive, but at least he got to do something. Aurora, it is your turn. What do you wish to do?
Yeah, alrighty. I've got something kind of spicy planned.
Okay, okay.
So, probably just seeing this, definitely feeling. I don't think she's willing, especially seeing this one just break form so quickly. She's not like about to just slaughter these people that definitely are a little bit potentially less culpable in the horrors, but still is not above teaching lessons. And so I know nobody's facing towards her, but you can see she just kind of goes ahead and takes out her palette and just starts dabbling a few things, and it kind of becomes a little bit wet as she starts to essentially cast a bunch of circles. And what it is going to do is about right. I wish I could like fully snap it, but like right here.
Okay.
Actually, we'll do like right here, so that way folks can have an angle to not be hit by it. Essentially, a column of water is going to spout up, like a circling, like almost tornado of water around that area. And as it forms up around them, essentially little bits of the water are going to jet out and just basically just like sucker punch the people inside of it.
Okay.
As this is basically a non-lethal bludgeoning wall of fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do they have to make saves now, or
they have to make saves now, and it's a dex save for 5d8 damage.
okay? So
Let me draw that to linger as well.
what's your saving throw?
15.
Okay, so one succeeds, one fails.
Okay. I'll roll the damage while I get this drawing. So 23 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. That's gonna be 12. It's doubled still. Okay. And that gets doubled. Okay, let me make some rolls here. One guy barely has to make the check to see if he breaks. He succeeds. He does not break this turn.
Okay.
I marked some of the outline of it, so we have
Oh. Yeah, all good then.
a rough vibe of where it is.
Yeah. But yeah. So that will essentially be her turn, is just focusing on, honestly, by far the most strong spell she's ever cast.
So yeah, the big swirling vortex of water and rocks beating into these people, getting swept up and gurgling. Anything else on your turn?
No, that's all I got.
Okay. Blue squad. Do they do it at the end of their turn?
Creature takes the same damage when it enters the wall for the first time on a turn or ends its turn
Okay.
there.
Does it reduce speed at all?
No.
Okay.
So if they want to walk through it, they will take the damage again.
Well, that puts them in a rather shitty position, because if they sit
Indeed
still,
it
they're gonna
does.
take it. If they sit still, they take it, and if they don't, they're pretty hecked. They're gonna try and run through it. They're gonna do their best, do their darndest.
Okay.
Let's see what they get.
Yeah, so it's the same damage.
Yep.
So pass.
So even with the pass, they still fucking went unconscious. I did not see that it would have been the exact same damage, so that doubled was enough to just take them out. Oopsie. My bad.
Oopsie.
Yeah, so they try to charge through it and just, they all get swept up in it. Yeah. If you've seen the Reze Arc movie, it's like they're in that fucking typhoon right now, spinning in the water fucking wall. Okay, at the end of their turn, you guys hear engines revving as
Oh.
this one's in a tricky position because now there's a big wall in front of it. But yeah, basically you see pulling around some quarters are these trucks that have been converted with large machine guns on the back and people with rocket launchers rolling up from a couple different directions right now to come help. And I think that's probably a good place for us to end for tonight since we were just about at 9:30. But since Soleil is going to start off the next round of combat. So,
Yeah.
here we are. How you guys feeling right now?
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
How am I gonna hold core out of this?
Probably all right.
So anyway, I started hoping. All right, that'll be it for tonight, everyone. I hope you guys had fun tonight with us. I hope you had nearly as much fun watching us as we had hanging out with you. If you haven't done so already, please give me a follow here on Twitch. Give me a sub over on YouTube, where we also have every episode of this campaign. It's hard to believe this was part 8 of this adventure. We're still not even anywhere close to being done. Half the campaign is going to be just in Signavista. But yeah, give me a follow on YouTube. You can give me a follow on Blue Sky. And you join my Discord, the Eternal Citadel, and be a part of my incredible community. You should also go check out my wonderful players. They're all great beans and have campaigns of their own. Go love and support them. Also, I want you all to know you're all beautiful, amazing, and valid people. And you should never forget that the world is better having you in it. That'll be it for streams for the week. We will be back in 2 weeks with another exciting episode of Nexus Forlorn Legacy. I believe we are going to be playing Deadlands on Thursday over on B's channel, hopefully. So you should come by and watch that. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon. If you're a follower, please copy down the call to hugs. If you're a sub, please copy down the Knight's message. We're going to raid my pals, the AP crew, who are currently doing a ranking of the most OP anime characters and whether they actually live up to their hype or if they're just shit. So let's go send them some love. And I hope you guys all have a great night and the sweetest of dreams. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.